Hello everyone. So the other day, Ukraine announced that it had destroyed 500 Russian SAM systems in the war so far, and shared this pretty cool video compilation showing some of the strikes. Now, this video may look a bit odd, and that's because the original showed multiple strikes at the same time on screen, and shown them quite fast. Somebody has taken the time to cut and splice the video and zoom in and that sort of thing, to show the hits we see individually, which makes it much clearer and much easier to see them. Now, these are still being given for once over by OSINT pages like War Spotting and other sources online to see whether there are any new strikes here, but some of them certainly haven't been seen before. For example, there's a clip in this compilation showing a strike on the rear Tor MTDT SAM system, which is the Arctic version of the Tor, which hasn't been seen before, and a couple of the S-300 strikes as well haven't already been seen yet, so there are some new ones in this batch. And with the tall one, that means that some of these must have been sent to Ukraine in order to fill the gap left by past destructions of the Tor SAM system. So quite interesting to see. In this video, we'll see some good strikes on various systems such as S-300 variants, Buks, Tors, Pantsirs, Strela 10s and more. And we also see some pretty nice ammo cook-offs as well. So it's a pretty cool video as well. Now, whilst it's playing, I figured I would take a look at the confirmed numbers of Russian equipment destroyed on War Spotting and see how it compares with Ukraine's claim of 500 being destroyed in total. So War Spotting shows 508 systems in total, but their confirmed numbers also include gun-based AA systems such as the Zu-23 and S-60s, which aren't included in Ukraine's tally, as Ukraine's 500 is just covering SAM systems. And War Spotting as well also shows some captured units. So, of those air defense systems up on War Spotting, 132 are AA gun variants, so Zu-23s, S-60s, and similar AA guns mounted on Ural trucks and MTLBs as well. So we can remove them from the total tally here. And in addition, 30 SAM systems which have been captured by Ukraine, so aren't included in Ukraine's tally of 500 destroyed, as they're just showing destroyed units. So in total, we have 362 SAM systems confirmed by video, photo and satellite imagery as destroyed in Ukraine. These numbers of course are going to be on the low side, because, as this video playing now shows, not every loss is shared online. Some of these are confirmed as being new strikes that we didn't know about, so the true number is certainly higher. Not to mention, strikes on Russian air defense systems in Crimea, using the FP-1 and FP-2 attack drones, aren't added to War Spotting, because those types of drones operate independently of spotter drones. So there's never a drone in the air to record the impact, so it's never clear whether the S-300 that gets hit is fully destroyed or just merely damaged. So War Spotting doesn't really add them. So Ukraine's number of 500 claimed destroyed actually holds up pretty well compared to what we know. A large number are actually documented up on War Spotting, a large number destroyed with FP1 drones which aren't added with War Spotting, and of course it's the ones we just don't have evidence for shared publicly. And as mentioned, the video playing now shows some of those. And SAM systems are major targets. Russia has an extensive SAM network consisting of multiple layers. So, short-range systems such as the Strela 10 and the Ossa for covering the front lines directly, then the mid-range Buk behind them, and then finally the long-range S-300 and S-400. Not to mention, key targets such as Russian bases, air bases, and naval bases also have dedicated SAM systems attached to them, usually a mix of long-range systems and short-range systems. The Pantsir is Russia's go-to system for point air defense of key targets, and Russia seems to be alone in actually thinking that the Pantsir is good. So as for the losses, we have seen that the loss of these various SAM systems does have an effect on the war, with notable gaps appearing in Russia's air defense coverage as these systems have been whittled away. Most notable on the front line with the mid-range Buk losses, which, coupled with more JDAM and hammer bombs being sent, has led to a big increase in Ukrainian airstrikes this year. And we've seen Russia push in S-300 systems further forward to plug the gap and make up for Buk's losses, which leaves them vulnerable as well. So these strikes definitely having an effect. So, what types of systems are destroyed here in Ukraine in total? Let's have a look through the losses so far. So, the Buk has suffered the most. 125 visually confirmed as destroyed. The true number, likely higher as these have often been hit by FP1 attack drones, which as mentioned, don't have a spotter drone to record the impact. I'd put a rough guess at 150 of these destroyed in total or thereabouts, given videos we've covered, which haven't been added to the confirmed tally. These are meant, as mentioned, are Russia's main mid-range SAM system. They operate in batches of 3 launchers, which then operate in battalions consisting of 3 batches, then a shared radar and command vehicle. Now, a side note here, I'm not sure if Ukraine's tally of 500 includes just the launchers themselves as SAM systems destroyed, or if they're including the radar vehicles as well. Russia had 310 Buks in service combined, so the Buk fleet has been hit hard. These are probably Russia's best SAM system. We've seen videos of these intercepting targets, and Ukrainian Buks have had success with intercepting drones and cruise missiles. So, as much as we do like to laugh at Russian air defence, and for good reason on occasion, the Buk is actually pretty solid. I'd say it's Russia's best. Here the Tor, a short-range SAM system. These have a max range of just 12 kilometres. 70 of these have been destroyed in the war so far. Interestingly, Russia had around 129 in service at the start of the war, so not many at all. An unspecified number have been produced and delivered since. However, the number of Tors destroyed has decreased, just 3 destroyed this year compared to previous years, which suggests that either numbers are now so low that they are very rare to spot on a battlefield, or Russia has realised that their very short range makes them very vulnerable, and so has pulled them back from the front lines, so not as many are being destroyed now. Could be a combination of both. Next, the Strela 10 short-range system. Just over 50 confirmed as destroyed here. These, again, are a short-range SAM system, these ones mounted on a MTLB chassis. These are designed specifically for low-altitude targets. These have just a 5 km range. They're based in manpads mounted on a vehicle. And again, are a much rarer sight this year, just 5 confirmed as destroyed. Russia had 300 in service. These we know are pretty useless, because we often see these missing drones then being destroyed by said drones in the video. The user is here, another short-range system, though with a 15 km range they can hit a bit further afield than the Strela can and the Tor. I'm not sure exactly how good these are, I'd guess not very, but I'm sticking my neck out a bit there. They're a bit older and rarer than other systems, just 100 in service at the start of the war, with around 150 said to be in storage. But of those in storage, we don't know what condition they're actually in. 33 listed as confirmed so far. Let's take a look at Pantsir, a bit of a running joke as these are supposed to protect key targets, the same key targets which keep getting hit by Ukrainian drones, which I guess speaks volumes about how bad these actually are. These are equipped with missiles and autocannon. As well as being a pretty useless SAM system, Russia in their infinite wisdom also crews them with a most useless crew. It was a Pantsir which was responsible for a friendly fire incident where a Kar-29 helicopter was shot down over Crimea, and it was an Azerbaijani aircraft which was downed by a Pantsir. Ukraine said they destroyed 48% of operational Pantsirs. The number listed online on Warspotting is 33. I believe Ukraine's figure means in service at the start of a war, when Russia just had 116 in service. Ukraine, though, does say Russia manufactures about 30 a year of these, so they do seem like they will have plenty of these still to go around. Now the S-400, Russia's main long-range SAM system. Russia has multiple variants of these, around 2,000 launchers estimated in total, separated into batches of anywhere of up to 12 launchers each. There are S-400 batches in Crimea and throughout Russia, often deployed to protect key areas, and there's also some deployed in Ukraine itself. This is a case where the numbers confirmed destroyed are not accurate at all. Warspotting just shows 13 destroyed, but their count stops on the 3rd of December, and we have seen them get hit since then. And we've also seen plenty of these get hit by FP1 and FP2 attack drones. Additionally, a few confirmed by satellite imagery which haven't been added to the tally. So, I guess the total number of launchers of these destroyed is unknown, but it's definitely more than the 13 listed up on Oryx. Given the high number of launchers though, over 2,000, there's still a lot of these to go. The radars are a key target with these as each battery shares one type of radar, so hit the radar and the entire battery is offline. The same is true for the S-400. The total number of destroyed is lower than we've seen, 21 listed as destroyed. It isn't actually known how many of these Russia has. Estimates of up to 500 seem the most likely figure given, with the average number of launchers per battalion being 8, and Russia having 50 battalions. But some batches are known to have larger than usual launcher numbers. So 500 launchers seems a good figure. So I believe that's a lot when it comes to the air defense systems destroyed. I don't think there's any I missed. But Ukraine certainly has hit Russia's air defense fleet hard, inflicting severe losses on a number of different systems, and leading to some notable gaps in Russia's air defense network. Not to mention, of course, the trained crew inside these systems at the time, and of course, the cost of them, as the SAM systems are typically much more valuable and cost much more to make than, say, a tank or a BMP and that sort of thing. So they are high value targets as well. So that's it for this video. Hope you found it interesting. A bit of a longer video than usual, but worth looking at. Now, I'm also going to play a Brucey bonus video showing 2 Russian SAM systems getting destroyed. This one I recorded about a week ago, but never had the chance to put it online because of other videos which took priority. So I'll include it now as a bit of a Brucey bonus. Thanks so much and take care everyone. Hello everyone. A compilation of videos here shared by Ukraine showing the latest work by Ukrainian drone operators targeting Russian air defense systems. Seen in this video clip, 2 Tor SAM systems Russia's followed by a strike on a Buk M3. The latest in number of strikes by Ukraine hitting Russian air defense systems. These are hit by FPV drones here, not the FP1 long-range attack drones that we often see. And we have confirmation of the destruction of the first Tor, as the second drone coming in to attack it sees it burning and on fire. The second Tor is parked in the trees when the drone hits it. Another drone also flies overhead here. Now the Tor doesn't look to be on fire, but Ukraine suggests this is destroyed as well, or at least very badly damaged and abandoned. And it does look to be the case, because the Tor's actually moved from its original position in the trees slightly. It looks like Russia tried to decide to evacuate it after the first strike, then abandoned it because of the damage sustained and they couldn't move it any further. The third vehicle hit is a Buk M3. The Buk is moving at the time, and Ukraine hit this on the rear. No follow-up drones on this one to confirm the damage, so we can't see if it's destroyed or just damaged. But taking the drone directly up the arse, I don't think it's going to be at its best. I've covered quite a few strikes on Russian air defense systems this year, and as we can see here, Ukraine continues to pick away at them. The mid-range systems, the Buk, especially, have been hit hard in 2025, which has had an effect on the battlefield, as we've seen a big increase in Ukrainian airstrikes this year, as Ukraine has made some sizable holes in Russia's mid-range SAM coverage. So we've seen Russia forced to move long-range S-400 batches to the mid-range SAM role to try and fill the gap left by these destroyed Buks. I don't know where exactly this was, as no geolocation has been done. But the unit responsible for destroying these SAM systems is operating in Donetsk, specifically around the Pokrovsk area on the Eastern Front, which is a key area at the moment. I've covered this a lot last year, pretty much in every video which I've done about Buks and Tors being blown up, but it's worth looking at again. So the Buk shown here is Russia's main mid-range SAM system. It was an M3 variant destroyed here, which was the newest one. These cost around $45 million a pop. Russia had 310 in service at the start of the war, with over 130 lost so far. That's confirmed numbers. The number is on the short side as some strikes haven't been added to war spotting or Oryx, because no spotter drone was around to record the impact to confirm if destroyed or damaged. But these losses are certainly high. The Tor, shown here, is a short-range SAM. Russia had 129 in service at the start of the war, around 70 destroyed so far, but again, the true number is likely higher. As with the Buk, fresh deliveries have been made. So that's it for this video. Hope you found it interesting. If so, please click like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Thanks so much and take care everyone.